I didn't hear it, but...
Okay. Ready? You rolling on that one?
Yep, just
Okay.
give me a minute. I got the red spot. Okay, I'm way too far away.
Okay.
I'm all the way down to your knees there.
Okay, you can get a shot over here and out of the...
No, it's out of it.
Are you? Okay. Okay.
Still can be a lot closer. It's a wide angle lens. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to speak to Chief Laura Frizzo, please.
Turn it up.
May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, my name is John Canerva.
John?
Yes.
Can you spell your last name for me?
Kanerva, and I am recording, and I hope you are.
Recording this conversation?
Yeah, video and audio.
Okay. Just stand by a minute.
Okay.
Hi, this is Laura.
Hi, Laura. My name is John Canerva. I called earlier, but I got an answering machine. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm just not hearing you well.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Well, the reason I'm calling is because on the website for the missing man, Christopher Regan, you said to contact your department if there was anything suspicious or strange on that date of 10/14.
Right.
Okay, I'll report an event that happened in Marquette County on 10/14. Okay, I had, well, actually before 10/14, I was involved in a case regarding my land, a tax foreclosure case, and I had defeated the county treasurer 2 years in a row on tax claims by removing my cases in the U.S. District Court and getting dismissals by the judges. I had jury demands in and counterclaims. And I wound up with de novo dismissals with prejudice, res judicata.
Okay.
So at any rate, the county of Marquette owes me buku bucks, but they ignored the judgments and went after my land anyway. And they created a document saying that I'm dead, and they used Title Check LLC from Kalamazoo, Michigan, that's Michigan Corporation's title company, claiming I am deceased so they could escheat my land to the state or the county and sell it off to the highest bidder. And the gentleman, Martin Spalding, who does this business down there for the state of Michigan, came then and auctioned off my land because I'm deceased. My exception was the exemption 1908 Article 14 Section 2 of the Michigan Constitution, which exempted me up to 40 acres so they couldn't touch my land. It was exempt only if I had a mortgage on it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah?
What does this have to do with Christopher Regan?
Okay. I went to the FBI and disclosed that I was kidnapped in the courthouse by a sheriff deputy, Bonzal, on July 17th for filing a 2 dismissal notice in my tax case because I won. When I went to the FBI on this particular date, there were 2 gentlemen, I assume they were both FBI agents, and I said, "Here, gentlemen, here's some paper. It's fraudulent in nature. It's white-collar crime. I want you to prosecute it. I'm not dead. I'm deceased. Here's the document." And the sheriff deputy committed these crimes against me, Title 18, 241 and 242, deprivation of rights under color of law, and conspiracy against my rights under color of law. So this deputy committed these crimes. Well, one of the FBI agents then said, well, if you put a lien on the sheriff, we're going to get you. I said, yeah, I got a counterclaim, and it was unopposed, and they owe me huge money now, the treasurer does, and I also defeated Forsyth Township in a counterclaim for large dollar amounts. He said, well, if you put a lien on the sheriff, we're going to get you. I went, what do you mean? He said, well, we'll think of something. And then a friend of mine I rode with, I said, I guess that, if you don't want to help me and prosecute an elected or appointed official or a corrupt officer, I guess the conversation's over, basically. And one of the FBI agents complimented me on my file, because I am an attorney in fact and organized with my files. And the other one, had threatened me. So I got into the car, my friend's car, and we took off and then headed back downtown. And when we got on Washington Street, a sheriff deputy zoomed up next to our car and looked in the car, and I waved at him and he waved back, and then he went on his merry way. Well, that same day, Todd Trudeau went missing, and then later we heard the story about Christopher Reagan missing also. So Todd Trudeau fits my description, and I was stalked by the sheriff that day, and previously on August 22nd, 2014, I was stalked by the sheriff and the city police while I was on a bicycle. And then I was stalked again on New Year's Eve by the Marquette City Police. So, being the fact that this Todd Trudeau lived on the same floor as my cousin where I was staying, I just thought I'd share that with you, because there's people of interest that work for law enforcement that may have taken Todd Trudeau thinking they were taking me because they were stalking me. So I don't know if all police officers are above the law, but in this particular case, this strange activity makes somebody a person of interest, probably, who had interest in harming me.
Okay. And what is your name again?
My name's John Canerva. So because of your website, I thought I'd call you and share that information. Now, if since you're listed on the website as wanting information, did you happen to get the phone records of the Marquette Police Department or whoever spoke to this caller from Missouri who claimed that Todd Trudeau was, they talked to Todd Trudeau in Missouri and then he was looking for a carpool to Florida? Did you get that yet? Those phone records?
Well, I'm not investigating that missing person.
Who is?
Marquette, the city of Marquette is investigating that.
Oh, I see.
He's missing from Marquette, so that's their case.
Oh, okay. That's interesting because they were stalking me and I look like him. So there'd be a little bit of a conflict of interest, especially when you go to the FBI and then they accuse you and threaten you. So isn't that interesting?
Yeah, very interesting.
So I thought, well, good. The chief of police is a female. That's good because just this last week they stole my car. They've been removing all my property. I have an allodial title. I have a U.S. land patent. I perfected the title on my land. I have a homestead exemption, but they ignored it and they raided our house and stole my case files. It's all illegal under the Constitution. The 14th Amendment, 5th, 4th Amendment, 7th Amendment, but they don't care. They just seem to be harming a lot of people over here, helping themselves to our property. And Todd Trudeau had told me that they helped themselves some attorney firm to his personal property and possibly in a state that was headed in his direction in short conversations, because the people at Pine Ridge all communicate in passing. So, yeah. It could all be about the theft of land and personal property by, the sheriff, kind of like back in the days of the Revolution when the Redcoats came and violated the Fourth Amendment rights of the people, and they decided to say enough is enough. That's kind of what's happening now.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do some checking into this, and do you have a number that you would like me to call you back at?
No, and the reason why is because I had a number that they were tracking, and when like I said, they were stalking me, and they were stalking me and tracking me by my phone. So I don't give my number; it's restricted. I can't give that out anymore. But I have an email, so if you could, and I'm doing everything in writing for court. I got to go to court. They stole my car the other day, and I bought it from my brother. I have all the proof. Gave it to my cousin, husband, and now I have to go start getting my property back. I have an attorney now, but they decided to do these in rem land confiscations, violating the land patents and the law of the land. So I have an email. It's johnconerva@yahoo.com. Contact me there if you could, please.
I need to know how to spell your last name.
It's Kanerva.
And your first name is John or Jon?
John.
Okay.
But
Okay.
like I say, somebody, I believe there's people in law enforcement. Someone has unclean hands. I believe that. And I'm really being harassed and robbed. I'm going to be winning my case. I just won a couple cases with false allegations. They put no trespass orders on me to go to the courthouse because I won these court cases with my counterclaims. And I've been falsely arrested 2 times. I beat both cases with court-appointed attorneys. And now I'm going to beat this case. So, but this time, we're, like I told the attorney firm, things have got to change, and we're going to change the way they do business around here because they don't just go help themselves to people's property, which is private.
Okay. Sir, did you have information regarding Chris Reagan?
No, I don't know Chris Reagan, but the story that was created on TV6 sounds like something that if Todd Trudeau went to Missouri, according to the television, and went to Florida, sounds like some type of alibi to me, because that's a long way to go for one person to Missouri in one day, who apparently doesn't have a car, and then want to get a ride to Florida. So I suggest your investigators outside of the Marquette City Police have some investigators get the phone records, and you probably won't find those phone conversations in the records that they claimed on TV.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just check in, and I will get you an email as soon as I find out something, and we'll just go from there. Okay.
Okay. Did you spell my last name right? Kanerva, johnconerva@yahoo.com.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the call.
Okay. Bye bye.